Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play for RIMWORLD! Oh my god, I'm excited to be doing this one, because we got even more mods than ever before loaded in. It's actually pretty ridiculous. One of the mods is actually just there to measure the startup impact of all the other mods. Ooh, I got it below 100 seconds, that's good. And I had the same setup on my laptop when I was testing some things out. It was like over 200 seconds load time. Just ridiculous in here, but it's going to be great fun. There's going to be a link down in the doobly-doo to a collection of mods that someone put together called Immersion Plus, which is basically what I'm running here. It's Immersion Plus, and then I took a few things out. I took out the Giddy Up for the riding, and the vegetable garden's not part of it. These are mods I had already and didn't install. So I took a couple of things out just to simplify a few things and disable the music. But anyway, there's so many mods. We can't talk about them all. I don't know what all of them do necessarily. We're gonna find out as we play. But it just goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Immersion Plus. So follow the link down in the doobly-doo. Hey, welcome to the new Let's Play. That's what we're going to do right now. We're going to start a brand new colony with this, and one of the things I'm excited to try are these androids. There's a mod called, I think, Android Tiers, and there's actually a few sub-mods for it as well that add androids to the game. And I think I might go and start with the triple android startup over here. I mean, certainly we'll get some biologicals that join our group afterwards, but I think this is going to be a perfectly fine start. As far as I can tell, the androids, they still need to eat. I guess they've got some sort of bioreactor or something like that. Sure, that seems fair. But as far as I know, I don't think they need to sleep. But I don't think they heal naturally from wounds. I think if they get hurt, they have to be repaired instead. And as a result, we do start with these repair kits in here. That's going to be kind of interesting to see. So we'll go with Abandoned Androids, and that'll probably be the name of the series, in fact. There's also a new storyteller, including one of the mods here, Adaptive Casey. So that's Casey's Cassandra Classic over here. So follows a lot of the same rules as Cassandra Classic, but uses a different algorithm for determining the sort of the combat readiness of your group here. I don't know if it'll make it tougher or easier or more balanced or less balanced or what, but we're going to give it a go. We'll set it to rough and then see where we go from there. Reload anytime is fine and get started. I will make my group call the seed be Android, but leave all the defaults as is. More than one of the mods I think that are in this package affect world generation. It's pretty substantial what goes on there, but there we go. This is going to be the world that we're going to play in. And we'll pick up spot sort of maybe right in the middle here. Something like this. Near the lesser strange anteater bog. I don't know if I want to start in a swamp proper. Maybe right next to it. Maybe with some small hills over here. Although I do actually... Hold on. I like to settle near roads, don't I? Because then you can get around a little quicker. So maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe... large hills... How much do we want to deal with bug invasions is a big part of the question. I've been sort of turned off by that for a while. Maybe, tell you what, we'll go here. Small hills. Seems okay. Storm's living biome. So I think one of the mods introduces like little tags for like the source of various mods and things like that. So I think the biomes have been tweaked here. 1.2 diseases per year. We got berries, 30 out of 60 days growing period, pretty standard here. Temperature range, pretty typical. I mean, we could go far north, we could go far south. We could start in a desert. We haven't done this desert run in a while. And actually, you know what? Hold on. I am going to do a slight tweak. So what is this? These are steppes versus grasslands. Is this a desert over here? Savanna. Ooh, that's interesting. Maybe we do go a little drier. And a little bit more hilly. I mean, we could be right on the intersection of the roads, although I often don't quite like that. One of the mods adds like different colorations to show the importance of various roads. What about right here? Small Hills Savanna. Maybe we'll do that. Growing period year-round. That will actually make things easier. But I guess that's fine, so we don't really have a winter period. We're close to some villages over here. Might make it a little easier to trade with. Okay, maybe we'll do that. So if you do want to copy, we are at coordinates 19.78 degrees north and 7.65 degrees east. We are, well, here, so near Death End's Arrogance Cliffs and the Anhuisia Reservoir. So right over there, north of this village, at that spot right over there. So we'll go ahead and hit next. And yeah, we're going to be starting with 3 androids. And what I want to make sure... with my first 3, I tend to like to just randomize until they're not incapable of anything. just because the first 3 feels like you need something like that. All right, so what do we got? We got Robert, number 96 over here, who is not particularly good shooter. Oh, he is a brawler. Coolant pump is faulty. Interesting. Now, I don't think androids, they don't heal the same way. I don't know if we can create a new healing pump and replace it for him. We'll see what we can do. Hopefully this doesn't cause too many issues for him. Simple-minded. Oh, yeah, the color here is a rarity of these traits. So Hive Mind, for example, is very rare. Robert is interconnected with his fellow Hellbots, forming a deep connection with every one of them. Android Tiers Hell Drone Extension. Yeah, this is one of the submods for the androids. I don't know what that's going to do by itself. Robert, the female Tier 1 android. Good construction, good melee. All right, okay. What else we got? Staggering ugly, sedentary. Another one with really good construction. Okay, so we have no one who can do cooking. Now, androids do need to eat, and some sort of internal bioreactor or something, maybe. We might want to re-roll someone to get some skill. Kind, industrious, great memory, psychically deaf, quick reflexes. Wow. Maybe I'll re-roll Robert here. Just waiting till he's not incapable of anything. There we go. You have no passion for anything. I kind of want. I'm hoping to get someone who's a cook. Can't care or this. Simple-minded was what again? Oh yeah, you're always happy, but you can't really discuss things. You got that great memory. No one's got cooking passion. I mean, I guess I could go prepare carefully and just toggle someone. I mean, maybe it's fine not to have a good cook. Mining. We can't plant very well. Well, maybe we'll get a bio person who can do these. Maybe we can just hunt. Hunt for some food. No one's got shooting passion either. These are actually pretty crummy starting people here. Oh, you know why? Because they're quite young. All these guys have really low age. Presumably because, you know, they're just androids, so it sort of makes sense. As a result, they only have one backstory, and skill levels as well as passions tends to be generated based on a side effect of age. So, I mean, we could go through some more of these, but alright, no, we'll call that good enough. So we got Afton, Sean, and Flint, and we'll get started. You know, it's not like we're looking for someone perfect. As long as, you know, not having anyone who can't do, you know, having some people who can't do some things is probably okay. So the flavor text in the initial setup was something like, I think we're androids being delivered somewhere for sale, and maybe the customer canceled the contract, so now we're just being dumped on a RIMWORLD like garbage. Lined up amongst a series of hundreds of other androids, you all wonder what will happen when you arrive at your destination. This thought is interrupted, however, by the bay doors below you opening, releasing all androids onto the planet below in cramped ejection pods. You can hear the sound of the pod breaking through the atmosphere at breakneck speeds, unable to slow down in any way possible until you slam down onto the surface. You find that only 3 androids made it out unharmed around you, the others reduced to scrap upon impact. So that is going to be us over here in the savannah with lots of sandy desert. It'll look a little different, and there's our people. So we don't have any clothes, right? We have no gear. Nope. And one of us has a damaged cooling pump. Oh no, that was that had been Robert who re-rolled. So no one's got any injuries at this time. Okay. And here's our little area. Look how far I can zoom out. Hello, Camera Plus mod. You are wonderful. Well, we do have some ship chunks over here. If I double click, there you go, 5 ship chunks we can mark to be torn apart. We'll also go ahead and unforbid all items across the map. There's our repair kits in case we got to fix our robots. You can see stack size of one of the mods is increasing the stack size. So some of the mods are making things a little more convenient and easier. Other mods, I think, are going to make things more complicated and harder. I don't know what the overall end balance of this series of mods will be. But it will be interesting. Now, for the last few runs, I've done a lot of things out of wood, very cottagey, and sort of a loosey-goosey kind of layout, but I think we're going to go for something that's going to feel a lot more high-tech. I know that quite a few things, between the higher stacking sizes, and also I think there's another mod that increases how much steel you get from mining, we should have quite a bit of metal to go around, and I'm thinking we might go with a fairly metallic sort of sci-fi kind of look for a lot of what we're building here. And we may as well start in the middle of the map, right? So we're sort of centered up. Although there's maybe like a natural barrier over here, but we can also sort of use part of this, which is okay. What I might do is flag vein mine, so different than the other vein miner that I had before. We'll flag a little bit of mining over here. We'll probably want some tree cutting. let me go and here chop mature trees. Oh, there's literally no mature trees over here. I mean, I could chop just some smaller trees, just so we have access to some wood. Although, we did drop with some. We'll put some down over there. That's going to be okay. And I want a different kind of layout with some stuff. Work-wise, hang on, let's set up some defaults here. Doctoring #1 priority. Everyone can nurse at a high priority. We don't have vats of organs yet. That'll be later. Bed rest on a 2, basic on a 2. We'll turn off the wardening, the handling, the entertainment, and yeah, the cooking, we'll have to figure something out. Just turn these off for now. No one's got growing passion, but I'll have to set a fairly high priority for it because we need to get that done. Mining, maybe I'll set everyone at a 3 for now. Plant cutting at like a 2, because it overrides. Turn this off, and that, and that. Yeah, no one's got a crafting passion either. We do have a research passion, which is kind of nice. Maybe we'll do something like this. Dodge the research. There we go. You guys are deconstructing ship chunks. That's going to be fine. Okay. Yeah, sort of central to the map is going to be okay. We've got, what do we have here? Limestone, soil, so we can plant, you know, build on that. I don't know if we can build on the sand. Might be considered too soft. If we go to flooring, and we try to build concrete, oh no, we can do that. Okay. I know that, if you go into a swamp, the marshy soil, you can't really grow on. I guess you have to dry it out first. So, I want different kind of building shapes here. And I do want this to feel a little bit more like a compound. Like, I think we will have a single one opening leading in and out of our base. What we might do is sort of build it like the entrance kind of here, because that's sort of centralized on the map. And then have more of the base down here. Oh, not so much on the sandy areas. Maybe we'll mostly just grow... Well, I mean, no, clearly we can build on sandy areas. It's fine. Maybe we'll sort of plan on building a big gate between these two rocky areas. And then build the base back here. But for now, all we need is a few structures. The thing is, whatever structures we build now are likely to stick around for a while. And yeah, I'm going to go to steel for our construction. Because it's crazy, but that's what we're going to do. And I'm wondering about a slightly different building shape. Like, let's see. For our construction, we have 3, because we can put a little, like, workshop there. And then the door, and then another 3. And then... Or construction. I meant like a workshop more than construction. Like, if we end up with a building shape... Oh no, I screwed that up. There's 3, and then the 4th goes that way, and then 3 this way. Yeah, there we go. 3. 3. Oh, 1 too many, but that's okay. Something like that. Cancel you. Steel doors! Man, this is not... This is going to be so hard on our resources. But, we'll do that. Maybe we'll build some wooden structures early on as well. So if we do that, and then for bedrooms, we do have the realistic bedroom mod installed, so we don't need a ton of space for them. What do I want to do? So I don't want a smaller room. Like, I'm wondering about continuing sort of this shape. You know, make some bedrooms kind of like that. Oh, I don't have the blueprint mod installed. It's too bad if I want to copy this. I may have to add it in between episodes. Now, this won't lead to symmetrical stuff. But is that a problem? I mean, we'll still make the beds out of wood. There you go. I mean, you can walk through furniture. It goes slowly. Yeah, that's no good, right? Okay, I'll let this go for now. Let's go ahead and just say haul this. People are doing some plant cutting. That's fine. We're not paused. I could just set up a barracks at first, especially since I don't think these guys, they don't sleep. I think they want some sleeping spots assigned, but maybe they don't need beds right now. Yeah, I really do wish I had the blueprint mod. I'm gonna have to add that in, because copying this sort of pattern could be a bit of a pain in the butt. But let's say we do. Like, this is not a particularly large room. If we consider... Do we have access to the orbital beacon right away? So you can see the size of the orbital beacon. I can't remember if this needs supports. I think it might to work. Let's ask them to build it right away. Just because it'll let me put down a blueprint. Or a stockpile zone. Well, it's still doing the thing where it sometimes jerks the screen. I guess probably during a garbage collection run or something like that. While I'm dragging. And it just like teleports something crazy. Flint, could you... You know, assign to construction. I guess that's true. Sean, come over here. There we go. And then if I do this, and I say create stockpile. And then... Oh, we have access to Brain and Jar right from the start? Well, we do have access to an anti-infestation thumper. Wait, what? Strike the ground with enough force to repel burrowing invaders for quite some distance. This does, however, mean they tend to pile up nearby waiting to attack the moment it stops working. I wonder what the radius on that is. Interesting. Music spot. Oh yeah, we do have musical instruments put in. So, if we grab this... I think we need to put a roof support to make this work, but... I can't tell what that corner is supposed to look like. I think it does that. It's just the color of the stockpile zone. I guess I can change it. It's not that clear over the brownish terrain. I think there. I think like that. Nope, that's not symmetrical. Ah. Cancel you. Build copy down to there. There you go. So now I can see the border. And that looks okay to me. And you can sort of make everything a little bit roundish. Was it O for a copy? Boom, boom, boom. Stockpiles in place. This and this. Okay. We've got a little bit of mining going on, which is okay. The tree chopping, I think, might be done. I don't know what kind of animals we got going on here. Wildlife. Elephants! Ooh! Well, we are in the savannah, so we will see different stuff. Plus, we've got various animal mods. I mean, we had some animal mods last time we played, I think, but now we have more different ones. We got ones with, like, dinosaurs going on here. Need recreation, need a bed. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and I'll give him a horseshoe pin right away. Here, out here in the desert. Hauling steel. I'm gonna get you to build this right away, so it technically exists. Now, I mean, we do have, like, early mood boosts, which is gonna be okay. You get your simple mine. Recreation fully satisfied. But that will go down over time. Oh, because they don't need sleep. I don't think they have any sleep need. I think we want to just get rid of the forced sleep time on the schedule. Because otherwise, I think they'd still end up going to bed. Even though it makes no sense. Now, it still says we need colonist beds, but I'm not sure that we actually do. I don't know if they're going to start feeling like, oh, I don't have a bedroom or anything. They're getting a little bit uncomfortable. They haven't had a chance to sit in a while. And maybe there's still a point to sort of sitting and sleeping at that point. So, I mean, I didn't have to, I guess, finish the trade beacon, or I could, you know, pull it apart now. But we'll leave it be for now. We don't have the means to trade. We don't have power. So, I mean, that is a very large stockpile zone. What I'll do is sort of double up on this shape, and we'll get an early freezer done. Yeah, so I guess it's just 9 long this way. That was my form. I guess that makes sense, yeah. And then sort of tuck in the corners that way. Again, it's such a, like, waste of material. But it'll look kind of neat. We could put a little, like a light in. These are going to be hallways later on. We put little lights in there or something. That could look kind of cool. But yeah, I'm betting we need a roof support. We can't. Oh, okay. We might just surround this with roof supports or something, which I'm sure would be sufficient, actually. So we're doing some mining over there. You're getting that going on. Hey, level 1 mining. How exciting! Fun little mod. So we don't have batteries. We can build a wind turbine right away. Oh, I might make a growing area here, actually. Let's do that. Well, you know what? Speaking of wind turbine. Yeah, let's get a wind turbine. And I will put it here. And then, as a way to prevent trees from popping in there, we're going to use a growing zone. So we need 2 more tiles over here. We could split this zone into a couple of subzones, but I don't know, one giant potato plant zone seems okay. This will just prevent trees from growing there. Because the actual plants that we'd plant in here don't block the wind turbines. So it's kind of a nice thing. We do have the manager mod to do some auto chopping there as well, but we won't need to if we just do this sort of thing. I often like to put solar panels in there too, but we don't have solar panels, and solar panels don't actually cover the entire width. But yeah, we'll go and do something like that. Get some plants going on. Just some potatoes. Oh my god. We're gonna make, like, alcohol to power our, like, bending robots or something. Ooh, we got some component. You know what? Let's, kind of, like, a lot of people use this vein miner. Didn't actually take. Click. There we go. Like, it ate 2 clicks on the vein miner before it went. I do like it, the other mod I had, the mine designator, because I could just click on that and there was a button here as opposed to a tool here to do the vein mine. And I don't think it's set up to, like, right-click and do it. No. So I don't know. But something's being stored. We've got some plants started. I mean, no one's got any real growing skill, so it's only going to be of moderate usefulness, but it's still going to be there. Power conduit. Here's the one downside to this. Makes this drawing a little bit annoying. But hardly the worst thing ever. Starting some conversations, getting some plantings. Yeah, and that's going to be the refrigerator, which is, of course, going to need power as well. Maybe we don't need the refrigerator right now. Yeah, we'll just let it get built up for now. That's going to be okay. We'll get the freezer later, because I don't think we have anything really to store there. The only food we've got is pemmican, and apparently we've collected some agave. I mean, fair enough. Here, we'll put up the managing a little here. Let me turn off your plant cut and your growing, actually, because you're going to be doing a little more research. Playing the horseshoes is going to be okay. Maybe we can just make this a barracks for now. And again, I'm just going to throw down... I'm not even bother making beds. It's just so that technically it exists. I'm going to put some sleep spots there. And actually, these 2 I'm going to flag specifically as medical sleep spots. Just in case something comes up, then we can go and just, you know, make it work. It's going to be all right. Let's get a dumping stockpile. There we go. Just over there. Got a place to move some of these rocks. So we didn't start with a pet. That's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, these androids, the fact that they go without sleeping is really kind of amazing. Getting a lot more function out of our ponds. Now, the solar power doesn't, or the wind turbine doesn't give consistent power, especially without batteries, but it'll be okay. I suspect what we'll probably do is probably get a wood fire generator as well. I'll put it right there for now. Those components, mining stuff over there. Where are you going? Oh, you're probably deconstructed a ship? I don't know. Got a lot of steel over there, though. A little bit more mining. We probably don't have all the parts. Yeah, we don't have any steel stored right now, although someone's grabbing it for the construction, which is going to be okay. Need defense, need meal source. We might want, for these guys, just nutrient paste. I actually don't know how they feel about, like, moods from eating various foods, these androids. It feels like nutrient paste dispensers would be a very sensible way to go with them, though, doesn't it? Is that under production? Do we even start with that tech? Nutrient paste. Consumes less ingredients and time than other meals. I mean, we don't have cooking skill, really. No one likes eating it, but I think they'll be okay. So we'll put it there, and then we need hoppers. Like that. It's been so long since I've used a nutrient paste dispenser. And I don't think the power is actually reaching there, so... just move you up to here. That should be okay. So that's turning. There's no wood in there right now, but that's okay. Someone will haul that out at some point. Hit the home button so you can follow people. Hey, hey! Oh, you can't just double click and switch the target or anything. That's too bad. Need batteries. I agree, but we need battery tech is what we actually need. We'll finish a little bit more construction, then we'll set up some production thing, including... Oh, visitors, no guest beds. We're going to refuse visit until we have guest beds, but we're going to try to see about getting that going at some point. There you go. So we can basically allow everything in here. We could have more than one of these little hoppers just to be able to store more, but that's going to be okay. More mining levels. We're getting components out of that, which will be good for when we get our robotic stuff happening. Okay, production-wise. Research terminal, laboratory station. Expanding laboratory requires power. Compact research terminal for expanding. I mean, can you start with this? Or do we still need the research bench, which is smaller here, but it's got all the add-ons. We can make something that's like just a standalone lab, which is going to be amazing. But yeah, we want some research started. Let's go and plop that down to start off with. And yeah, quarries over here. Unquarried stone. Oh, green bits. Aha! Okay. Well, we don't need to do that because we're on a map with like mountains we can dig out if we need some stone. But if you're on a flat map where you don't have it, you've got that. Android parts, android implants, robotics production casket, creates androids and android parts. Moderate level of human employment or involvement. Crematoriums, simple research lab we won't need. Smelter we don't need right now because we can just mine stuff. We'll probably want a stone cutter's table to chop up these rocks. Not that we're constructing out of rock. We're using metal, apparently. Even though, really, like, rock would be so much more efficient, but no. We'll get an electric tailoring bench. Let me maybe put it on the other side here. I don't know if we... Like, our androids clearly aren't bothered by nudity, but the clothing might still give them, you know, combat protection or something. I don't know. Or maybe just set up for cooking. No, because we've got the nutrient paste. This is so weird. Everything's so different. Sculpting. Maybe smithy. You know what? That seems relatively fair. And, you know, we'll put down the tailoring bench, too. Sure, why not? Management. Actually, I suppose let's put down the android buildings. We'll see what we can build there. And there's still room in the middle for a little something something as well. Yeah, I'd like to make maybe a dedicated research room. And yeah, I'm hoping that we end up with something that feels a lot more just sort of high-tech than what we've done before. So we got these sort of like roundish pods going on here. And yeah, we'll be walling things off. We might make the initial walls out of wood. Like, just to make a compound. Unless we can carve out a ton of blocks, but I don't really have faith that we're going to have enough time to do that. I mean, we are ending up with a lot of metal, though, so at least we've got that going for us. We had some plasteel to start these benches. That's good. Actually, oh, you don't have steel for that. Did that say clean this room? Oh my gosh, what mod does that? That's amazing! Alright, you're hauling stuff. You're working on stuff. You're mining stuff. Everyone's very active. Give our faction a name. Our faction is going to be Awesome Androids. And our settlement is going to be... Shit. I accidentally hit enter there instead of what I wanted to hit. Can I rename it? Where our... You know what? I like it. Our faction, or our settlement is /Sherwood. We're a folder. I was going to do something like Settlement 001, but actually I kind of like that. Right over here. We're /Sherwood, so like root/Sherwood. We know that Sherwood is a good name for like a human settlement, but we can't help but organize things into hierarchical folders, so there you go. Even though really / is only a MS-DOS thing, I guess we're using we're DOS type OS in our Androids here, as opposed to anything Unixy. I like it. This is the new lore. Perfect. I'll probably route the power conduit like all around here, at least that far. That should maybe reach everything. Maybe these guys won't have it. I'm not sure, but we'll see. So what can we do here? Oh, Okay, tier 2 androids. Now, what tier are androids? Tier 2, tier 2, tier 1. So Afton is a little lower tech. Hydraulic frame. Enough components to enhance the framework of an android without causing major rearrangement, increasing carrying capacity by utilizing several high-power hydraulic pumps. Although strong, they do restrict the user to lesser movements. Yeah, I want to make canine and muff units. So, does a good job of mining, but not so much for more intricate operations. So presumably manipulation goes down, but you get a boost to that. Hydraulic leg, more carrying capacity, expensive agility. Hydraulic arm, same thing. Basic arm replacement. Crude sensors. Okay, so we got some replacement parts. There's a bioreactor. Obtain energy from cellulose and organic matter. Yeah, that's leaving a lot of what could be gained behind. Crude power converter. AC/DC only effectively works one way. Rear counterweight. Get some junk in that trunk. So I'm thinking a lot of these can like, these are components that can break on our bots. Make a repair kit. B tier resurrector repair kit. Revive dead T1 androids. Wait, what? What? It takes a lot of material, but A tier, S tier. Oh my. And then yeah, you're just a hydraulic frame. Well, strong, they do restrict the users to lesser movements. I feel like we should make one of these and see what happens when we throw it onto a bot. Although I don't know if we have like the skills required to actually go and do this successfully. Ooh, lots of different chairs. Oh, we'll use some standard chairs here. Of course, we'll make that out of wood for our little workstations, because even androids can be comfortable. I won't set a quality builder for now because we don't really have the skill for that. So just whatever you can get done, get her done. Information, miscellaneous colonist groups, hotkeys. Yep, that's fine. No research project. Okay, let's open a research screen here. Let's pause the game. Confer paint. Allows more efficient paint making by binding spectago pigments to eggs. Additional, joy object. Oh, okay, so paint set that people can play with. So we have stone cutting. Yep. Gunpowder. Vanilla weapons expanded. We have no weapons right. What's mechanical walls? Unlocks mechanical walls. These are special walls that can be raised or lowered, acting as walls and surprise ambush points. Require power to operate. Okay. Composting things. Management software, so you don't have to manually run the management station, is kind of nice. Oh yeah, this whole autopsy system is built in here. And I think we can start ripping apart organs from people who have died. Yeah, harvest organs post-mortem. That's what this is for, which is really interesting. Also, a lot of the mods in this package are like a lot of mods that really increase your colonist tolerance to, like, you know, war crimes. like things like harvesting organs out of live people and whatever. Clothing, like, I don't even know if we're gonna do clothing exactly. Drug production. I feel like some weapons would be a good idea. Armor, can the bots wear armor? Probably. Basic torture method. Right, so there's a whole, yeah, War Crimes Expanded is literally the name of one of the mods in this package. I don't know how much of that we're gonna do, you guys. It's a little squicky. Actually, just getting batteries. You know what? Let's get some freaking batteries. Instruments. Hospital beds. Laryngoplasty. Oh, replacing people who have annoying voices and stuff. Yeah, there's like a plastic surgery mod. I think it's called plasteel surgery. Yeah, there it is. Plasteel surgery mod that adds a bunch of things. Room atomics. Probe has been detected in orbit. Seems to be sending signals to surface. Maybe we can decipher its message. Okay. Arcades. Barbopod to change people's hair. There's robotics. So I added the robotics, like, plus mods into this, which isn't part of Immersion Plus. We may or may not use it. We will need to unlock the multi-analyzer soon-ish. Plenty of tier stuff. I'm actually wondering if that might be an early priority. You know what? I want battery into solar panel. Tools. Okay. A whip. So gunpowder. So where are the other weapons? I mean, there's bows and things, right? Trench warfare. Batons and things. Limbs. So there's a different type of organs and things mods that we're running here. Cybernetic warfare. There are some guns here. Okay, I'm going to shift Q this. Machining, gunsmithing. Yeah, there you go. Machining, gunsmithing. Blowback operation. We may change this Q a little bit as we go, but that's going to be okay for now. All right. Well, I think this is a fine start to the first episode of our little RimWorld here, where we started with our abandoned androids. And yeah, we're going to try... the vibe here should... I'm hoping our base will look visually a lot more high-tech than the last couple of runs, where we've gone very sort of cottagey and homey, which has been wonderful. But yeah, we might do a little something like that. No one's loaded this yet. I think it's a hauling job. Oh yeah, there's a maintenance level. So one of the mods is, instead of random breakdowns, there's like this maintenance level, so you can sort of keep up with things. I think that's going to be a lot more fun to work with. And yeah, if you reconnect, you should have power. Oh, there might just not be enough power. Yeah, you're connected. There's just not enough juice. So like, unless we go and load that in. Or if we're researching batteries, we may... Honestly, I'm going to deconstruct this. We're not going to bother with the Whitfield generator. We'll do more things with wind turbines and solar panels and whatnot. I might just build a second wind turbine somewhere. The thing is, I guess I can build it in the desert, because there's no trees. Cactuses might grow on desert tiles. And I can't really have the same planted stuff. We might end up with, like, sort of turbines kind of all over the place. Which wouldn't be the worst thing ever. Right. Actually, we might go ahead and do a couple there. And... oh, it lets me scrooge them this close together? I think there's a mod that changes the collision zone on the turbines. I think normally in vanilla RimWorld you couldn't walk through here, but now you can. I think is what's going on there. And then, yeah, probably what we do is make a variety of growing zones. I was going to say, you're going to do the merging thing. You know I don't want you to. Even though I started outside. Maybe if it started from the other corner, it would have been okay. I guess what I could do is maybe I could do it this way. Do a big zone. Yeah, there's a little bit of sandy areas over there, which will look a little stupid. And then shrink you down this way, and then like just divide you this way. Oh, it actually deleted some of the zone. Seriously? It didn't just split it in half? Why doesn't it do what I want? You know, is that so much to ask? Just do exactly the thing I want without complaint. Although I guess we do need a growing zone in the middle. Although, as long as I deselect it, I could make it grow something different. That looks kind of stupid. I don't know. I'll figure out some sort of layout I'm happy with. I don't know about the sand either, so maybe we won't put them side by side. Something like that. Something like that. Okay, it's over by 2 tiles. I mean, not that it's the end of the world, but... So we got one for potatoes already. I don't know if we'll need heel root, but I don't know. Start growing that. We don't have the skill for it yet, but it's okay. If we're going to have animals, we're going to want a bunch of hay grass, right? I don't know. Here I'll do some strawberries. We'll do hay grass somewhere else. And some corn. There. Get a variety of crops going on around here, and then we will plan power conduit thusly. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how this starts to feel once we assemble things. How are we doing on geothermals? I don't see one at a glance, but oh, there's one. Well, we'll put a cut in this video anyway. Folks, thanks for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.